Open your mouth. Spread your legs. Clear. Let's go.
What up, what up? You already know what it is. Your boy Pistol Pete. Welcome back to That Dog in the Yard. And today we got Kasino from the Bronx. Kasino did 20 years for a homicide, blue trial. He's been home 7 months. And he's here today, man, to share his story, man. You know what I mean? His upbringing, you know, his downfall, you know, his experience in prison, his 20 long years, and all that. You know what I'm saying? So with that all being said, let's get right to it, man. You already know it's your boy Pistol Pete. Dog in the Yard. When you in that Tampa Bay area, make sure you reach out to my boy Gus Torres, man. If you want anything that has to do with real estate, man, make sure you hit him up. You get the lowest prices and the finest houses, man. Trust me when I tell you. But don't forget to mention my name. You already know that Pistol Pete will get you that early discount. And that's my brother, man, Gus Torres. You already know, out in the Tampa Bay area. Make sure you hit him up, man. Sell, buy, invest, all that. Make sure you hit him up, man, because he focused with that out there. Tampa Bay, you already know, it's your boy Pistol, man. Get at me. What up, what up, what up? You already know what it is. Your boy Pistol, and it's That Dog in the Yard, man. And today we got Kasino in the building. What's up, Kasino?
Yeah, what's up, bro?
What's up? Pleasure, my brother. Happy, you know, that you came through and all that. What's good, man? How you been?
I've been good, man. I've been home 7 months, you know what I mean?
7 months, huh?
Yeah.
How much time you did?
I did 20 years in the state.
Okay, 20 years.
Yeah. I had 20 to life. I'm still on parole right now.
Still on parole?
Yeah.
Okay, how you feel? I mean, how you feeling?
Feel good to be home, man. Word. Like, you know, like, when I was in prison, I never really thought I would come home. So I was just like, you know,
yeah,
the dog in the yard, really.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And then I made it, and I'm here. I'm just enjoying it, life, man.
You know you look like you never left.
Right.
Right. That's how he wants you to look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And damn, so what year you went to jail?
Well, I went to jail in 2000. 2000, I was on the island for like 2.5 years. Then I came up north.
Okay, but what was the reason? How you caught that 20 years?
Yeah, like homicide, you know what I'm saying? Got caught up in a homicide, whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? And I took it to trial, you know what I mean? And I blew.
Oh, okay.
So they gave me 20 to life.
They gave you 20 to life.
Yeah, I've been fighting that shit ever since, but you know how that go.
Yeah.
In a little library, you just be in there.
Yeah, appeal after appeal and shit like that. Nothing worked out for you.
Right. It didn't work out.
It didn't work out for you. So you wound up doing the whole 20 years.
Yeah, I wound up doing 20 years in a day, man.
In a day.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I'm happy that you're home.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about a little bit about your process when you first, and where you from?
I'm from McKinley Projects in the Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you got siblings, mom, pops?
Yeah, I got family. I got like 5 brothers, a sister. Like, I got a lot of family, but you know, family is like a strong word. Out in prison, I figured out that, you know, I had to really change what my idea of family was. So, you know, I really like do different types of judgment.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, obviously, you go to jail. A lot of us go to prison, and those that claim their family and friends and loved ones and all that, they goof, they gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, of course. During your time in prison, I mean, like, going through the process of you going to, how old you was?
I was 18. 2000, I was 18.
Damn. 18 years old.
Yeah.
Then you blew 20 years.
20 years. When I was 20, when I got to 20.
Okay. You was 20 years old when you got to 20.
Yeah.
I mean, you was young kid, man, young brother, man, So you went to the island.
Yeah.
You was in the island for 2.5 years.
Right.
How was
and
that
I was on that experience was crazy because
yeah, we want to know about that.
Right, like I seen like they was doing like they did like a documentary and they was showing how like Rikers Island was. It was like cameras and all of that, and they was showing how they was in it. But we went through that without cameras. Like they didn't have no cameras when we was there. It was lit.
Yeah.
They ain't have no cameras.
They
Like,
didn't have
you know
no
what I
cameras.
mean?
Yeah, yeah. So how was that? How was that on
That
the island for
experience
you?
was crazy, man. It was just like, just they grab you, they shake you, and they say, "Listen,
Mm.
survive," and they just throw you in there, and you just survive, man. That's how it go, man.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't got no other choice but
No
to
other
survive.
choice. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we was just discussing on another show how you know how they got you know predators and all that. You know what I'm saying? In prison, you know
Yeah.
where they look for the weak and shit like that. You know, and they
Mm-hmm.
prey off the weak. You know, and that's how you know once you fell victim to any of that shit, then you fucked. You know what I'm saying? We was just vibing that on a whole different show. But your time in prison, I mean, in Rikers Island, 2.5 years, did you get any kind of altercations and shit like that?
Shit.
How was that for you? First time in the jail, Rikers
I'm out.
Island.
See, by the time I went to do the 20, I had been to Rikers Island a couple times before that.
Okay, so
So
you
I
was
was
familiar
kind
with
of
Rikers
like,
Island.
I was like familiar by that time.
Mm.
So like, I was like into the groove by the time I was like, had to stay there for long. I was there in 98 for a couple of months.
Mm.
And then 99, I came through for a couple of months. And then by 2000, I was already like known. I was like,
Yeah, but this time around,
I was thinking different.
It was
though.
different this time
It
because
was, but I had surpassed the like you talking about like intimidation and stuff
no, we
like
talking
that.
about as far as you not coming home as fast as the first time and the second time.
It didn't. It didn't.
It didn't register.
Right. It didn't register that I wasn't. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It didn't.
So you just went with the flow.
Right. Right.
Same routine, picked up the old routine.
Right. Just picked it up. It didn't really register until I went up north, and then I was like, damn, this shit is real. Like,
Yeah, I
what I'm
actually
saying?
blew trial and shit like that. I
Right,
got 20 fucking
right,
years.
right.
Yeah, so how was that like? I mean, going to trial and them blowing trial and and getting you 20 years old, bro.
Right.
Like,
That shit was crazy for me, man. I ain't gonna front. It was just crazy, man.
yeah, like I mean, I supposed to be fucked up feeling to just be like, I just got 20 years and I'm 20 years old.
Right. But
Like,
it
I've
make
never
you
come
just make
home.
decisions. It make you make decisions fast.
I mean, you don't have no other choice. You gotta
Right.
grow up real quick.
Real quick.
Yeah. So after you got 20 years and you went up top.
Right.
Where you went to?
I went to Greenhaven, first spot. And it was so crazy. I got there in May.
Mm.
So, the sun is just coming out. They bringing you with your bag. The brother that was on probably could tell you, man, when you walking down that hall with your bag, they got a cart. They put all your bags on the cart. Well, you just coming in, so you only got one bag.
Yeah, you ain't really got much.
Right. So you pushing that bag, but there's other people with you, so there's a bunch of bags on there. They belong to everybody. But when you walking down that hallway, they got little windows. They about this big. You get only a peek. Each, like 10 steps, you get a peek to look in the yard.
Mm.
And it's lit in the yard. You got one side, they doing weights, everybody is moving, then you got this going over there, and you just get to peek each time. Like, and they
a little bit more.
Right. You get to see you get a little bit more confidence to look out the window when the police finally be like, hey, don't look, don't do that, whatever. But you get to look and look. And that feeling is crazy. Because they're about to, remember I told you, they shake you, and then they say you survive.
Let you
You
go.
know that's where they about to do that to you at.
Facts.
It's a whole different world, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long you was in Greenhaven?
I stood there for about 2 years.
And no altercations.
Nah, altercations.
Went to school.
I was fortunate enough to finish school before I went to jail.
Oh, so you ain't had.
But I never had to do school.
So you ain't had to go. Yeah, you ain't had to go.
Only
to school.
it was like a choice. If I wanted to go to college, I could have went to college, or I could have went here or there.
So you just got yourself a job.
Right, I just jumped on the job real quick. You know what I mean?
Okay, what you was doing?
Well, I worked in the laundry for a little while because you get to work 3 days. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was in the yard, like I tell you, like I got my money in the yard. Like
yeah,
my job I did was I picked laundry because you only got to work 3 days. So if I work 3 days, I get 4 days to go to the yard all day.
Right.
So I did that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. Plus you had 20 years. You wasn't rushing for shit.
Nah, that it was more money for me to be in the yard. I needed to be.
When you say money, what you mean?
Like, everything changes. It's like product, whatever it is. It's like it could be food, it could be clothes, whatever you can possess
Mm.
is considered money.
Okay.
So the only way you could get possessions is if it's in the yard.
So you was out there hustling,
Right.
and you did that for 2 years.
Yeah, I did that for 2 years.
And
yeah.
then from there, where you went
I
to?
went to the box. I went to Upstate box.
Oh, so you went to the box from there?
Yeah, I went to
What
the box.
for? What for hustling?
Nah, I went there for a cut, and I went to the box for a cut, and I did 9 months.
So you caught an assault charge?
Yeah, not the I didn't get charged. They wasn't charging like that.
They
Then.
wasn't charging.
Yeah, they wasn't
Yeah,
charging
yeah.
like that. Then.
So you just got like a little assault.
Yeah, I got 9 months
and a ticket and all that.
Yeah, I did 9 months, and I came out with that.
Where you did your 9 months?
In Upstate box.
Okay, when you say Upstate, what do you mean? Like,
no, that's the name of the jail. It's called Upstate.
Oh yeah,
Upstate Correctional Facility.
Which
it's in Malone.
It's another
double bunk box.
I mean, because the only box that I know is Southport.
Oh no, they got a couple now. They got
you know what I'm saying. So I mean, that's the one I know.
Well, in '99 they built Upstate box. It's a 2,000 box. 2 men, 2,000 people. 2,000 people could be in there.
Okay.
I think it's 2,200 people could be in there. 2,000 of those people is gonna be in the box, and 200 people is gonna be working the jail. That's how they work it.
Okay.
So they call that a 200 box. No, they call that a 2,000 box. That's the only 2,000 box. Then they took the mediums and they put that same type of style jail, but they called those a 200 box. So they put those jails in the medium. Only 200 people gonna be double bunk in each of those boxes.
Oh, okay.
So that they did that 99, 2000. That's where they started putting people in the box. They double bunk.
Okay. Yeah, because that shit was all new to me. When I was in up north and shit like that. It wasn't no double bunks. Only like in mediums and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but now,
in the penitentiary, I ain't had no.
But now what they do is this. Now you could be in Attica, and if you go to the box, they'll send you to Cayuga box 200, and you stay there forever, a year, whatever. Stay in that box, and then when you finish your box time, boom, they'll shoot you back to the max.
Back where you came from?
Nah, they shoot you to another max.
Okay. Okay, so you did the what, 9 months?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, where you went?
I went to Elmira.
How was that?
I didn't really like Elmira. Elmira was like too hectic. You know, I was young, so I gotta, for some reason.
You got the same energy there.
Right, but I have a fear of missing out. So it's too much going on. I ain't gonna lie to you, I jumped into something real quick. It was like, I was there for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Then I went to the box again, and then I went.
So what you got into that you went to the box?
I think I got caught with a knife over there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I got caught with a knife over there, and then I went to back to Upstate box, and then I went to Comstock.
Okay, Comstock. Yeah. How was Comstock?
Comstock, I liked it. Comstock. I stood in Comstock.
Do they still got German and Herbert there?
Nah, German had got fired, but Herbert was still working in administration. But Red was still there with all the little chains.
I don't remember Red, man.
That was like my problem is
I used to just go through it with German and Herbert. Yeah. That was my beef was with them and shit like that.
You know? they got fired by that time. I got there.
For those that know that y'all probably lost as far as the audience, when we talk about German and Herbert, we talking about two COs that they was Caucasians. They lived. Right. They was from upstate, and they actually killed an inmate back in the days.
They killed more than one.
Okay, I know when I was there, it was an incident where they killed somebody and got over. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, it was so many stories when they come down to German and Herbert. When I went to Comstock, I just got from the box. I came out the box from doing 3 years on Southport, and I went to Comstock, and something happened real quick. You know how this shit be. Just like, shit jump off. I ain't been out not even a month. I've been out like a week, some change. Right. You already know. Boom. And I got away. You don't get away in Comstock too much. Meaning like, when I was there and in my years they had a motherfucker out in that tower. They used to call him, I forgot his name. Some CO, he used to be like on it, like, one of these guys that don't let nothing go. Soon as you do something, you getting caught. And I happened to just, get away with some shit that I did in the yard, and And then later on or whatever, like a month, 2 months, I was coming out the mess hall, and motherfuckers like stepped on my back of my feet. It's not like from dropping the spoon. You know how you drop the spoon, leaving the mess hall, boy, and I was like, man, like I went like, you all right, bro? You almost hit my shit. But I opened my mouth, and they was looking for somebody with fronts.
Oh, right.
They was like the dude that did that in the yard. He had fronts, so my man Big Ty from Harlem, they already had him in the box. He ain't had nothing to do with it, but they already know. They see he had fronts. They put him on investigation early, yo.
Right.
So he was on there. So he hit me, yo, Pete, yo, he got me. You know what I mean? I said, all right, man, I see you when you get out. You had to hold that shit. You already know.
Right.
You got to hold that shit down. And once German and Herbert, man, they had me going crazy, B. I was going to school. I was going to program.
What did they do, though? Did they, like, search your cell?
Every day they was in my cell. They read all my... Back when I was in prison, you could get correspondence from, from jail to jail. Yeah, so they was reading all my shit. Right. Oh, shit, Dice just wrote you, huh? Yeah, Pistol, oh, this nigga just wrote you, huh? Right. Oh, yeah, huh? Yo, you know this nigga? They know everybody.
Right, they do.
Shit be crazy as hell. And then they used to smash my whole cell out to the point where I used to get out of school and shit like that and program. I didn't even fix my cell. I used to just move that shit out the way.
I was just about to say
yo,
that. Yo, this is my word. When I was in Clinton, right? This is no bullshit. 2012, I don't know, they just had me as that guy there, right? So it didn't matter what side it was on or who it was with. They know everything.
Yeah, of course.
They didn't care who it was with. Soon as it happened, because it happened every wreck. Soon as somebody got clapped, they came, boom, rush my cell. Boom. Tear it up, throw everything. It's not really searching for nothing. They not really looking for nothing. Because I got shit in there. They not looking for it.
They just mixing shit up.
They just trashing it.
Yeah.
Yo, I swear, when they finish, I used to just roll up, lay on that, and just smoke. And I might have didn't clean that pipe for like 3 days. Before I get back to just start fixing my clothes and stuff.
Man, I was like, after like a couple of days, I used to just come, and them they used to wait for me after the program. Right. They be laying up for you. Hey, Pistol. And I used to be like ignoring them. I used to be like, nigga, call me by my government. Like, right. And I be just, Pistol, hey, Torres. Then they do my, what's up? So they come and, they'll search me down and be like, oh, what's going on? You don't fix your cell anymore and shit like that. I'm like, I ain't fixing shit.
Start talking about compliance and all that.
Yeah, they start threatening me with some other shit and all that. I'm not fixing those cleaning shit, dog. I used to just go and put that shit all in the fucking floor and lay down and just fuck that, and that's how that shit stopped. Because they was like, this nigga just not giving a fuck. Yeah.
And that's what they mold you to be, like a person who don't give a fuck.
Yeah, shit
that's
is.
What they mold you.
Yeah, shit was fucked up, man. Because I was shot. I went the first time they searched it. I cleaned it up. I came back. I was like,
after a while,
nah, that's it, dog. After they did that shit like 3 times, I was done.
Yeah,
I was like, I ain't doing that shit. But so you was in Comstock for how long?
I think I was 13 months. I was in Comstock.
Okay, and from there,
I went to Sing Sing after that.
Oh, so you felt? How was Sing Sing?
Yeah, Comstock. Sing Sing was like, I ain't gonna front it. It got better each time. I went from jail to jail to jail. It got better, but it's not really the jail. It's not the jail. It's really you. Once you start learning, you start to come into yourself. It don't matter where you at. It's you.
Yeah, it's how you present yourself and carry yourself.
Right.
Absolutely. I agree with
So
you.
each jail I went to got better and better.
Yeah.
So I went from there. I went from one jail to the next jail, from the next jail to the next jail. Even if it was an altercation or whatever, my living, the way I lived and was better.
So from there, where Sing Sing, what happened from there?
From Sing Sing, I went to the box again. Each time I left for jail, I went to the box. And then going up north, and then I'll probably chill for a little while, then I'll come down and go back up north. Go from jail to jail, I go to the box.
You finally went to see the parole?
Yeah.
And you left the first, what happened there?
Well, I went to the board during COVID. And I ain't even gonna lie to you.
That's probably the best time to go.
That was the best time, man, because they let me go. They just you know.
They didn't want
They pushed me
to be
out.
responsible for the COVID and all that.
I guess it was so early because I supposed to went to the board in April.
Mm.
And you know, they shut everything down in March
Yeah.
of 2020. They shut everything down in March. Everybody was so scared. It was like
Yeah.
I didn't even go to the board in April. I went to the board in June.
Wow.
So they wrote me a letter. They was like, yo, listen, you're not gonna go to the board in April. You're gonna go to the board in June. But if you make the board, you're gonna still come home in August. I'm like, whatever. Like,
Yeah. At this point, yeah.
right. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, you've been in jail
I
20
did
years.
everything that y'all asked me to do, whatever.
So you've been home right now 7 months.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good.
You got parole on you? How's your parole?
Parole is even good. Because of
No-
COVID. Like, I'm
no
not
problems.
gonna lie, no problems. I gotta call in. I call in every 4 months. You know
Did
what I
they fuck
mean?
with you about smoking? Did you smoke? About anything like that? Or they just...
I kept it real. I was like, listen, man, I'm Rasta, man. I've been smoking since I was 10. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, yo, listen, man, just don't get in trouble. Like, you know, do the shit that you said you were gonna do. And that was it.
So what you doing now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you out here, you know, you getting back into the groove 7 months, you know what I mean? You still fresh.
Right. I'm
7
still
months
fresh.
don't add up to that 20.
Nah, it don't. Not at all.
So, I mean, how you feeling? I mean, you know.
I'm feeling
How
focused.
you taking it? You know what I mean? Like, how was...
I'm trying to take it with a grain of salt right now. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of figuring out you got to do when you go in so young. And you don't get those breaks. Like, you know, some people went to jail for they might have did 6 here. And then they came home for a little while. They got their shit up. You know what I'm saying? They experienced some shit.
Right.
And then they got locked up. They lost everything. But then they got that experience to come back onto. You know what I mean? So it's different when you do a long stretch like that.
Yeah, and just come home and...
Yeah, it's a lot of figuring out.
Yeah, but, you know, support from the family is important, or friends and shit like that, you know, because if you don't, a lot of people come home, they don't have nobody. Right. They don't even know how to, you know, get on a train, get an ID. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, when I came home, I had no paperwork at all. Like, somebody took my paperwork and was like, what's this? And just threw it. So I had nothing.
Wow.
It took me 6 months to get an ID.
And you,
6 months.
You finally got it.
I finally got it, though. It's hard work.
Did you get some help?
No, I didn't get no help. But only they said, yo, listen, you got to get it online. That was the help I got.
See, but this is what we trying to do. We trying to get to the point where we can start helping brothers that come home, that they at least fortunate. They don't have nobody. You know what I'm saying? To help them get ID and get together and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a lot of brothers come home, they don't have shit. They don't know how to get a train, an ID. And a lot of guys are mentally fucked up too.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So could you imagine a guy that's 18 that was in the street? Because if you get locked up for fucking 20 years when you 18, I mean, you was in the street.
Yeah.
Like, you was really there. Like,
yeah.
So you're not going to get IDs and you're not
you're not used to all that.
Right. So now you come home, it's like, you got to do all that. You got to learn how to do that.
Shit is like
you got to learn.
It's almost like a challenge.
Right.
Because you got to stay focused.
Yeah.
You know, you home and all that, you know, you ain't trying to go back. You know what I mean? And but at least you got your ID now.
Right.
You got your ID. But this is what that's why I think it's important for us to speak about, you know, these things like that, as far as, you know, getting help for brothers that come home and being there for brothers that come home. And, you know, and try to, you know, create some kind of, you know, program so we can help brothers, you know what I'm saying? Right. So we can enlighten brothers when they come home, because a lot of brothers come home either fucked up because they don't got nobody, and a lot of us come home and they fucked up mentally. Because, you know, a lot of, you know, mental health, we never talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us deal with a lot of shit that has to do with mental health. You know what I'm saying? Whether you have prior shit, you know, shit from your childhood, you know, going to prison at a young age, not having nobody, you know, you be kind of fucked up. And then you come home, you still don't got nobody. Right. You know what I'm saying? All the help that you need. But you know, when you're in prison, you don't really get no help as far as psychiatrists. Psychiatrists crazy as hell. Psychiatrists, they got talking to guys in there, you be like, you scared to trust them. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't really giving you no help, or they're gonna hear you out and give you pills. And
I ain't gonna find. I never experienced that. Like, I never.
But I know for a fact you've seen people fucked up on mental health.
Right.
You know, taking pills and picking up cigarette butts in the yard and all that, right?
I seen people who was regular, you know, turn different.
That's what I'm saying. You know, and it's fucked up, man. So those are the things that we you know, that unfortunately, you know, it's sad because a lot of us not getting that help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in prison. You know what I'm saying?
But where do you look for that? Where do you look for
it's
that?
It's not
stuff?
there. It's not, even if you look for it in prison, it's not really there. I mean, you could tell me a little bit about
in prison. Where do you look for that out here?
Oh, out here you gotta. This is my whole thing is. That's why we have to create. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some sort of system where brothers, you know, a program where brothers come home and they be able to come home to a home. Meaning, you know, somewhere they could be able to talk to brothers and shit that's been home. You know, that be able to, you know, enlighten them and be like, yo, listen, this is just to guide you. You know what I'm saying? This is what you need to get your ID. You know what I'm saying? And this is the license and the paperwork that you need. You need your birth certificate. You need your release papers and shit like that, because those are all points. So when you bring it to DMV, you know, right?
To make it simple, because it was extremely. It was complicated for me, strolling and scrolling, yo.
I feel you.
I typed in DMV. It was like waiting on the phone for an hour and a half. It's crazy.
Well, you know, I'm happy that you're home. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing the right thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stay home. That's what we want you to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's important. Yeah.
And I want to ask you one last question. How you feel about prison reform? Do you think it's necessary? Think we need it?
I think, I definitely think that we need prison reform, because there's still things that hasn't been addressed. There's still things that hasn't been addressed, and the only way that it can be addressed is through reform.
Facts. Right. Well, I want to thank you for coming, my brother. I appreciate having you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
You know what I'm saying?
To be here, man.
And, you know, and even though we just squeezed you right up in this motherfucker, we made it happen, man.
Right.
And you already know it's an honor to have you, my brother. Welcome home.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And we here for you, man. This is the platform for, you know, for brothers that when they come home, and this is for that youth. This is for the brothers that are 18 years old that didn't have nobody or anything to give them that knowledge, that prison life, where they be like, oh shit, if I do that, that's what's gonna happen to me. You feel me? So this is that vibe right here. You know what I'm saying? That's why we created the Dog in the Yard. You know what I'm saying? So it's important. You know what I mean? And I want to thank you for coming, man.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? It's all love, man.
Right.
I appreciate you, bro. You already know it's your boy Pistol, Dog in the fucking Yard. What up? Welcome back to that Dog in the Yard with your boy Pistol Pete, man. And you know, man, I want to thank first and foremost, man, Kasino for coming through. You know, listen, man, you out here 7 months. You know, you on parole. I know it ain't easy, but you're doing it. You look good. You know what I'm saying? You focus and all that. Just keep doing your thing. You know, you talking about, you know, you doing your rap thing and all that. You've been on your artist shit and all that. Continue doing your thing, man. All success, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. You already know it's your boy Pistol P, Dog in the Yard.
This that yak music. Dog in the Yard. Pistol P. SF. And this DJ Khaled. Let's go.
I don't move unless it's bands. Diamond stars all in my rings. She don't move unless it's bands. But that hoe, this ain't no